like I said, I really love.
We're on, right? Yeah, we're using all this. Go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey, brother. Do you think?
No.
Flowers.
Do the introduction and
you can do all
get
that.
to the
No,
flowers.
okay.
Like, you know.
No, fuck it. Right now we're gonna let this rock.
Yo, play that.
Yo, this is Black Mob.
Yes.
Steady mobbing.
Hey, DB, plug me up.
My work,
Dstny.
my grind, my turf, my themes, I serve. Make money, I splurge. Whole team in it, we first. Ain't no acting, never rehearsed. We be laughing, baby, we smirk. Keep it stacking, never be all of my haters can blow me. You think you better don't know me. All of you bitches can suck on the tip of it. I don't want none of you wrong me.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Are we paying? Are we on some like licensing thing here, or is this all you?
What do you mean licensing thing?
Can I just can I play without being stopped and flagged?
No, it's me. I'm right here with you.
We're not gonna get flagged.
We're not gonna get flagged.
DJ, run that.
Bring it back.
Lot of mercy.
Hey.
Black Mob, steady mobbing. Steady mobbing.
Plug me
Hey.
up.
My work, all perks. My grind, my turf. My themes, I serve. Make money, I splurge. Whole team in it, we first. Ain't no acting, never rehearsed. We be laughing, baby, we smirk. Keep it stacking, never be all of my haters can blow me. You think you better don't know me. All of you bitches can suck on the tip of it. I don't want none of you wrong me. My wardies. We cannot fuck with these phonies. Crody, my shorties, they shoot out the coupe with no warning. I've been hustling all night and day to get the weight up. Brodies and the crodies with me, we gon' get the paper. Haters lurking on me from the moment that I wake up. They don't even know me, they just know I'm on my way up. Yeah, I mix the pink with the purple. Better get high than herbal. Y'all bitches be funny as circle. Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, you niggas is out of your hurdle. And you cannot stand in my lineup if you don't belong in my circle. None of my haters come for me. Sorry, this ain't no origami. Up at the top, it ain't lonely. I'm bringing all of the homies. I'ma bring all of me grodies. Cause we getting money, no problem. Globe trotting like we Harlem. Way too legit to be falling. Way too focused, we ballin'.
Yo, we gotta. Yo, this is crazy.
My themes.
You can catch this on Spotify. We have
Spotify, all
this
platforms.
is absolutely we have Dstny here. This is steady mobbing. And we're steady mobbing with Toronto artists.
Yes.
And here we are. We're gonna give flowers and we're gonna talk our shit. And that's what we do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be quiet because I feel like Glory has a lot to say right now.
First, should I do the introduction or do you want to do it? Or?
I mean, how are you?
We got
Stop.
upcoming super talent from our city.
Yeah, I didn't want to be a groupie.
Who goes by the name? No,
I love it.
I'll be a groupie.
I mean, yeah, we're all groupies.
That's why we do this, right?
We're all groupies, yeah.
She goes by the
I'll be a
name.
groupie. I'll be a
of
groupie for sure.
Dstny. Dstny.
Yes.
You know it.
Yes.
Make some noise.
Cheers! Cheers!
Thank you, guys.
Yes.
There's gonna be sound
Lovely to be
effects
here.
with a lot of people clapping, though.
Yes.
It's lovely to be here. Thank you, guys.
And
for
I
having
will
me.
also add, she is the sister of Tory Lanez.
Yes.
Make some noise for that, because Tory Lanez is doing his thing.
Cheers!
Selling off platforms right now. He's doing the most right now. Big up to Tory.
It's crazy.
The album, Sorry for What. Big up.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you for coming through.
Yeah.
My
You're
first
welcome.
question is, did you really tell the haters to suck the tip?
Suck on the tip of it. I don't want none of you around.
Oh my goodness. I don't know why that feels so much more
Aggressive.
disrespectful than telling someone just to suck the dick. It's like you're not good enough to suck the dick.
Just a tip.
Just the tip.
Just
That's
the
all
tip.
you're good for. Just suck
The tip.
the tip of it.
Don't come near me.
Don't come near me. Oh my
I
God.
really want you around me now.
Yo, I'm gonna use that as an insult. Next person that come disrespect me, yo, just suck the tip, no man. Yeah.
I gotta ask you a question.
Don't blame
Is it blue or red for you?
I don't do no colors.
Okay.
I don't do colors.
Okay, so my first question is, musically, who are your inspirations? Where does that come from? Is that a family thing? Like I'm very curious because the talent's.
You're like Janet Jackson, low key.
Yeah,
that's what people say.
People don't even know. Like, yo, we got Janet Jackson brewing in Canada. Like, it's crazy.
There's a whole 5 of us in the family that do music. So they
Jackson
do call
family.
us the Jacksons. Yes.
Yo, come on.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me. Okay, so
I knew it. My intuition was right.
I gotta dive into this a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So there's 5 of you.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
there's actually 6 of us, or 8 now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 6 by my mom, my dad, but my mom passed in 2003.
R.I.P. Rest in peace.
Yes,
R.I.P.
thank you. And my dad remarried, and he has 2 more. So there's 8 of us in all, but 5 of us actively do music.
So I'm going to pry a little bit. Were you born here, or were you born in somewhere else?
I was born here in Toronto.
In Toronto?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So is Toronto your home?
Yeah, right now. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
Where did you have your adolescence?
Where did I live?
Yes, during adolescence. When adolescence is like 10 to 18.
Yeah. I moved around a lot because my dad's a missionary pastor. So I spent most of my time in Miami. I think from 10 to 18, I was in Miami.
So you're a Miami girl. Low key.
I'm a low key South girl. No, I'm Toronto born. I still gotta claim where I'm from and where I live right now. So I'll say Toronto born, American raised, but it's like
I love that.
Now that I'm in my adulthood, I'm back home.
So musically, right? So you're saying 5 of you are into music.
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
Our parents, definitely. My dad being the minister that he is, he didn't only start there though. He when he was younger was doing music here in Toronto too. Like I think he got to perform for like the prime minister back then. Like he was really deep into the music.
Who, Jean Chrétien?
Yo, I don't even know which one it was.
It's
I just
probably
hear
like
the
Brian
stories.
Mulroney
I
or
don't
something.
know which one was around at that time.
Probably one of those two.
Was he a
There
singer?
was only like 2 of them that I know about during those times. Right?
Yeah.
And he's also musically talented. He writes music and he sings as well. You know?
That's an interesting lifestyle. Rather, your father moved to the church from city to like. Was it city to city, or was it just Toronto, Miami?
It was like from country to country sometimes, like, you know. And then I moved, at one point we were living in Barbados. That's like the furthest that I can remember going to live.
How long were you there for?
Max, like a year and a half. I remember that because being there was such a culture shock for all of us that I don't think they could stay as long as they wanted to. They was like, nah, we had to go back to where that.
What was the most cultural? What was the thing that made you think, oh, we're not in Toronto anymore, we're not in Florida
the
anymore?
Culture shock.
Yeah, what stood out the most for you? Was it? Oh, I can't get my pizza if I wanted to, or what was it?
As a child, I could definitely say having one channel in Barbados was
that'll do it.
It was like, no, this is a lot. Just having one channel, I couldn't deal with. Like, as a child, you want to be able to watch everything, and then that one channel was like the equivalent to like what BBC over here, like the channel that nobody watches. Like,
you're looking at me. I never lived in Barbados.
No, I'm talking about over here. Over here, they have that channel BBC. You know,
we do.
Like,
We do.
Yeah, that channel that they had in Barbados was the equivalent to that. So, like, you wouldn't get no like interesting shows and all of that. You would literally have to watch news and like.
That's it.
That must have been a lot for you, right? Moving around, I'm sure, like, you'd make friends and then maybe soon after you'd have to leave. Like, how did that impact you, just moving around like that? Did you find yourself kind of resenting it, or?
Yeah, I did.
For sure.
As much as I want to say I didn't, it was very hard because in the beginning, I could say moving two different areas and being a new kid when you were younger and you're like elementary. It's all right. Like kids are like, oh my God, where'd you come from? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like when you get to like middle school and like high school and stuff like that, where people are already like, they already have their crews and their cliques and stuff like that. Yeah. And you start to become the new kid all the time. And then, you know, you're blossoming too. So it's like, people are not just like, yo, oh my God, she's new, let me go meet her. Now they're like, oh my God, like if they man looks at you too long, like, oh my God, who's this new chick? Who's this new, like, there's problems. So
you're throwing fists left, right, and center.
Oh my God. When I was in middle school, man, it was like I was fighting for my life everywhere I moved. Like, I swear.
I grew up in the church too. Did you have a strict upbringing?
Yeah.
Yeah, like no pants, no perm, no makeup.
Definitely, I couldn't do none of the secular stuff. Yes. They would call secular music, which is
secular
anything
music
that's not godly.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't watch certain things. Like, everybody was out there watching Pokemon, and so I couldn't watch Pokemon. There were certain things, even down to me being like 5. I couldn't watch Barney.
So the music,
Barney and the magic and stuff. No, I couldn't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of it's not wholesome. Also, there's a side tangent. There's a documentary coming out in October about how fucked up the set was.
Barney, yeah.
It's about to come out soon. You should watch out for that shit.
I just heard about that.
So Barney's a demon?
Yo, there's something coming out. There's a documentary saying, Barney was a fuckboy and he was raping women on the set. The guy who was inside the suit, he was raping all the girls on the set and all this shit. It was fucked. It was fucked. It was fucked, son. And murder threats. It's crazy. Anyways, going back to so your family was religious. You're in the church. You're bouncing city to city. Music played a role, because when I hear your music now, it's so, even the year is 2022. When I hear your music, it's reminiscent of 96, 98, 99.
Right.
97, whatever. Anything between. From 95 to 99. And I feel like you're literally sitting there with your family members, your brothers, and or would you have a sister after? Or?
I have one sister. Well, my oldest sister, and then one sister later.
I feel like y'all sat in a circle and singing with each other and like learning how to do things and hitting notes. Were you guys doing that?
Well, yeah, like during traveling, because we obviously were traveling so much. And we would drive a lot of the places, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of money to send 6 kids on a flight. So we'd be driving to a lot of those places. And
singing all the way.
In the car, it's not like, okay, we were in a Brady Bunch, like, or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? But, like, when you're doing, like, 20-some-odd hours of a drive, eventually you're going to make up a game, and then you can't really be active because you're in the car. So for us, we used to come up with a lot of musical games. And that's how we... You know,
do you remember any of them?
I remember we do this one game we made up. It was like a radio station where like my oldest brother would be like the host, and he'd be like, all right, Colin, you get your 15 minutes of fame. And then, like the whole car would be like listening to you, and like if you flop, they'd really be like, like, nah, you didn't do it.
That's hilarious.
And then if you were about that life, he'd be like, all right, you come on for the next episode where it'll be you versus this person and that. And we used to do stuff like that, so it's very fun.
Who was the Michael Jackson in the family? Who was the, like, everybody like, yeah, that's honestly, the one.
When we were younger, I was the only one that was like really actively like, okay, nah, this is gonna be the lifestyle. Like, I don't think anybody else was like really they would like rap, but like nobody was really thinking about like, okay, let me be an artist. Like me actively, like I was like on it, always singing every time. Like I would get in the car with them, they'd be like, shut up, and throw stuff at me because I was like, I was doing too much. I was always singing. I was like, I knew this is what I wanted to be. So I definitely gotta say, during those times, yeah, I would have had to give. I had to give myself the Michael prop. You know what I'm saying? During those times, yeah.
Set the record straight.
And the music is incredible, by the way. And sister to Tory Lane's, right? So what is that like? Like, for the people that know that you are related to him, do you get a lot of questions about him? Like, does that impact you in a negative way? Like, how's that feel?
You mean with the questions?
Yeah, with the questions, just like I'm assuming that people
Like random,
are
like
just
did anybody a crib yet, or did he give you a car, like shit like that, like stupid shit like that.
Okay. I mean, you do hear it. Like, you know, you'd have random fans that like find my page and then they'll be like asking me all these random questions, where I'm just like, what? But
What's the most random shit you can tell us?
like about what a fan has ever.
Please.
I don't want to put nobody under the
You don't have
bus.
to tell
or
them
anything.
to say
I don't
their
know
name,
no
but like
names
some
or whatever. But
random shit. Some random
there'll
shit.
be people like they'll link me and be like if my brother does one wrong step, they'll be like, tell my husband that he can't be acting like that because we're gonna get divorced. And
My
I'm like,
husband.
whoa, like,
That is bizarre behavior.
I'd be like, that's you know,
You need
can't
to
really
report
say
their
that in
asses. You need to report
Sometimes
that.
I just be looking at them like, y'all crazy, man. y'all crazy. But yeah, you get stuff like that every now and then.
I think it's a lot the argumentative people too. Like you get that. Like she gets a lot of people that just want to argue with her and fight with her because of who her brother is.
Yes.
And she's ready to go to war. Like she's telling them all kinds of
I had to learn.
But I feel like that could be draining, right? Because you're almost like you're a target, right?
A little bit. I mean, yeah, it's a little draining. It was draining before. I had to learn a lot. Like even my manager, he'll always be like, "Yo, you can't just get at everybody. Like people are gonna talk." And like it's easier said than done because like I know it, I get it. Like, you know, we were all in like elementary at one point where they told us like you don't have to answer everybody back, but it's like social media is a new thing. It's a new world now, so it's just like. I had to learn after a while, like, you don't really have to.
It must be so bizarre for you. That's I know it's fucked.
Yeah.
And all those private, all those like, what are those on Instagram? There's like a separate message thing, like from general, and then there's like another one for like randoms.
Primary
in general now.
Yeah.
You could separate them.
That's crazy.
So, being an artist, do you find that you may not get a fair critique? Maybe people may compare you to your brother, you know, like essentially just being in the shadow. Do you find like people won't give you an honest chance because of who your brother is?
Most of them usually don't give me an honest chance because of that. But then they listen to my music and they realize, okay, you know what, this could probably be. And then you have those people that'll be like, nah, yo, he wrote that for you, so this is why.
Stop
you
that.
Know? Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It comes all the time.
Yeah, you can't do nothing.
I can tell you write your shit though.
You can. Right?
I can tell you write your shit.
You can tell me too.
Because you guys, because it's like, I think it's a hereditary thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
I think it's a catch-22 because when I discovered you, right, Tory's name was attached to it.
Right.
And I can honestly say if Tory's name wasn't attached to it, I can't guarantee I would have checked it out. But after I checked out your stuff,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, she's dope.
Thank you.
I like her.
That.
So it's like, it's beneficial in the sense like people pay attention because
so
Tory's
refreshing,
sister.
by the way.
Yeah, people pay attention because it's Tory's sister,
Yeah.
and the curiosity will prompt them to check her stuff out, and then they're like, "Oh shit, okay, so
Yeah.
you know she's actually got talent. She can
Like
sing."
if I didn't have talent, I think I'd be a lot more affected by those comments. But
You know you got it.
I know I have the talent, and then on top of it, there's a lot more people than less that come back to me and are like, "Oh snap! Like I just went and listened to your stuff. Like I realized like you got this."
So do you consider yourself like a rapper or like what's the genre here?
I'm definitely a singer first.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I
can
sing
see that.
first.
Absolutely.
But I rap as well. Singing is my first love. I would really just label myself an entertainer. Like I really do like all genres. I try not to stick to one genre.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of majority of my stuff online are rap tracks, and I'm now, just
You're an artist.
slowly switching it in to where they be able to hear what I really, really do. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm excited for what they're about to get in the future.
Do you like where Toronto's going right now?
Musically?
Yeah.
I do. I think there's been such a shift, like, with the Toronto artist actually getting up and out there. I'm actually, and like the swagger, our everything, our culture, the way we speak and everything, our lingo. Like, I feel like it's sick that that is now being put on a map where it's like people want to be from here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's making the music industry in Toronto a lot greater. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know, because I know back in the day, Cardinal used to do it. You know, where he used to bring in the accent and everything. But I feel like right now the street accent
absolutely
is really like, and I don't, it's doing its thing. I don't know if it has a lot to do with the fact that a lot of the rap we hear is a lot of it's mumble rap right now, and so it's not mumble rap, but I want to say more about a swag.
Yeah.
So now you're able to like really appreciate the swag that comes from our city.
And I don't think there's been a female Canadian rap artist.
Not yet. On the
like,
world.
We
on the
know
world
on
map.
the male side,
there's
been a few people that have made noise.
Yeah.
But there has yet, like, people say Mishimi. You know.
Yeah, but that's like 30 years ago now.
Yeah. And no disrespect.
We love her.
Maybe I should even.
I love her. I want to have her. We want to have her soon. Please.
Big up.
Please, we want to have her. I've been
but
reaching
there
out.
still yet has to be that female, you know.
We want the superstar. That's what you
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm sure that's the spot you're gunning for.
Oh, we gonna get.
Please don't do the Doja Cat shit on us, please.
No.
Don't go with
You
Doja
don't
Cat on
want
us.
me to come and disappear.
No, I'm not talking about the shaved eyebrow. Your stylist over there looking at me like I'm
She's
crazy.
so-
I'm talking about like the shaved eyebrows. No, sorry, no, I'm not talking about that. Sorry, excuse me. I meant the pop shit, like uberly pop shit. Do you see yourself going uberly pop?
But it's worked for Doja, though.
Pardon?
The pop shit is worked for Doja.
But then,
When you say overly pop, I gotta understand what you mean by that.
that song she made when she was like, she had the blonde wig and she's like, didn't I just notice? It's on the radio.
Yeah, it works.
Say so.
That's uberly pop for me.
No,
Oh, it is.
Uberly pop.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like as soon as she made that song,
I think
jumped.
you gotta do what
How
works,
much money she
man.
made?
Okay, so the question is it money or love?
For me, it's not. For me, it's about reaching. It's about reaching who I can reach. I want to reach the biggest audience that I can. So I'm not gonna eventually totally, shift my style to one whatever, one demographic or whatever.
Yeah,
one
you're not gonna put
sound.
yourself in a box.
But
yeah,
I know the way I create, I'm gonna be making certain tracks for this group of people, that group of people, the group of people that like this sound. You know what I'm saying? I may not overdo it, but yeah.
Hold on. I want to get you into the conversation. You're her manager. What are your thoughts on doing pop music, overly popular music? Like, are you above that or like? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with pop music. Pop music it's a genre. It
I agree.
sells. It sounds nice. I mean, you can play that at the club and have a good time. Des would do pop music, but that wouldn't be her primary. Like,
I got it.
That would be more so if like she hears a beat and she likes the beat, but it applies to a pop song.
I'm just being hardcore, guys. I'm sorry.
No, and I can totally understand your question because, like, for example, I totally love The Weeknd, but
Yeah, he's pop now.
He's pop.
Nowadays,
He's super
a
pop.
lot of other people would be like,
yeah.
yo, he sounds this, and he went just in that direction.
Yeah.
So now they're like, no, I only messed with The Weeknd when he had dreads, or I only messed with The Weeknd before he cut his hair, or whatever the case is. Yeah. And yeah, for me, I'm just saying, like, yeah, you want to splash them with those things.
Okay, so
but you want to stay true to what you came in with. You want to stay true to.
I could be totally wrong about this, but I almost feel that being a Canadian artist, even though that we have made huge leaps and we've broken through certain barriers, that maybe going the pop route is not such a bad thing, because it's still tough to make it as a Canadian rapper, R&B singer.
Absolutely.
Right? So,
sure.
I mean, I wouldn't completely just be like, you know, keep it
pure. It's just my example. My example in the last 2, 3, 4 years is Doja Cat. She started off as a rapper, right? I don't know if you remember, like a rapper singer.
We trying to see them checks, man.
I get it. I get it.
You know, so sorry, just to speak something on that, like,
talk.
You got to remember that with pop music, it's a lot of it is based on the artist too. I mean, if you're an artist that does pop music, that's what you're gonna mainly stick to. You know what I mean? I mean, if you notice, as you said, Doja Cat, she started out as like a rap singer.
Yes.
But now, if you notice, all of her fan base, her money base, all of that is coming from pop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Absolutely.
I couldn't remember the last time she brought out a rap
I
track.
would probably almost encourage, like, you know, if anybody would listen to me, like, yeah, you know, dabbled in that. Like, see what sticks, to be honest with you. Because at the end of the day, man, like, you know, 7 cars and a mansion, like that's pretty appealing to me. So, I mean, if that's what works.
So my question for you is it money or love?
Can it be both?
Is it money or love?
I think it could be both.
It could be both.
I think it could be both.
It could be a healthy balance of both, sure.
I think so.
I'm so extreme. I'm like, it has to be one of the two.
Yeah, I'm not really with that purist shit, to be honest with you, man. We trying to provide for our families.
For sure.
I think it could be both.
Wouldn't it be like the love for the music, the love to do music, and then the benefit is you got money?
And Dstny's an artist, so like if she wanted to do country, and I believe that more black artists should do country, because I feel like that's a genre that we're neglecting, and vocally, black artists are just better vocally.
No, I know what you're talking about.
We should crush that market.
It's such a country is black. Yeah,
and
exactly.
You came from the church. I feel like the best singers come from the church.
That's right.
Definitely. That's a fact.
Definitely.
That's right.
Put some country behind that.
Spank it on the record.
Out of here. So my question to you. Okay, so your brother, huge artist. Is there anything from his playbook or his blueprint that you're taking and kind of applying to your own journey and using it? Have you seen, I don't know how close you've been to his moves or how privy you are to, you know, his negotiations, the behind the scenes stuff, but are you picking up like certain gems and applying it to yourself?
That's a great question.
And then using it to kind of move yourself forward?
Definitely. I think with the whole family, it's almost like the same way I explain my little brother. He's picked up on so much things that we've done as his older siblings that he now has like a piece of all of us inside of him. I feel like I do the same thing when it comes to all of my brothers, because they all do have the musical journey they're going on. And when it comes to the rights and wrongs and stuff like that, they'll always warn me about them before time. So it's up to me to now look about that and be like, okay, am I going to take that advice in? Because I was very hard-headed before. Before I just wanted to go, and drop my stuff however I needed to drop it. I wasn't really listening.
Yeah.
I wasn't really listening to, like, you know, the things that were like, okay, you got to do it in a certain way so that, like, shit doesn't just fall back on you. So I take that from, especially from Tory. Like, I always take his journey and the things that he's went through and apply that.
Yes.
So I can make better choices.
Okay, so we get more context. Where does Tory Lane in the age category? Like you said, little brother. For some reason, I thought he was older than you. But
Yeah, everybody thinks they're older than me.
yeah.
So from my mom, my dad, he's the baby. He's the youngest.
Okay.
He's the youngest out of the 6, yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And there's 3 sisters. So was it 3? Okay.
2 sisters.
2 sisters.
Yeah, 4 boys.
He's counting. Nardwar.
And then my
Trying
little
to do
brother,
the
little
math.
sister.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing. It's a huge family. It's a big family.
Goodness.
Yeah.
What's your relationship with Tory now? Like, do you guys talk or you guys?
No, of course.
Yeah.
We always talk. Our families, because we're on our own journeys, we're like a lot of times in different places, but we're always kind of up together and making sure. My dad makes sure that we stay like
Yes.
in sync for the most part. And then other than that, whenever there's one of us somewhere, there's usually another sibling like not too far away.
Got it.
So yeah.
Got it. You got a question?
I was gonna ask. You have like what, 7 singles on Spotify. When's the mixtape or album or EP coming out?
Album and EP. Oh my gosh. We are still finalizing a date for the first EP. But right now we're just dropping singles. So you definitely would have to follow my page and make sure that you're on that to get further details and on dates and stuff.
I think that's the best route to go, to be honest.
But there will be an EP.
So how do you keep your inspiration going in between songs and between videos? 'Cause and I know dropping videos, that takes a whole lot of energy, and I feel like you're an introvert. So I feel like it probably sucks the energy out of you to do a video.
No, I love doing videos.
You love that shit? So
it.
what keeps you going? Like, what is the thing that keeps you going? Like, what is it?
Right now, I don't rush myself. Like, I don't rush what the projects I need to put out, in the sense of before I used to be like, oh my God, it's like, let's say summertime or something, I gotta make a summer track. I used to just run to like whatever time period it was. Oh my God, now I gotta create these summer hits and da-da-da. Now I'm finding it's a lot more easier because I just create what I want to create at the time. Like, so I'll go through a bunch of beats daily, and let's say 4:00, I'm starting to feel in my spirit, like, okay, I'm on a slower vibe. Like, I'm feeling to make some sort of fall song, and it might be in the middle of summer, but I'll still do it, and that's made things a lot easier for me. So that's what my process is kind of like right now.
So are there any collaborations? Okay, let's stick with stick with Canada. Are there any collaborations you're kind of interested in doing? Maybe cross your mind a little bit. You're like, oh yeah, that artist is dope.
Right now, I think most of the people I've wanted to collaborate with, I am already either in conversation with, or we've already started a project.
Man,
No, you can say the name.
my allergies.
This is like, I want to say this is the golden age of Toronto hip hop, and I
need a
feel like
couple names.
I feel like right now you can tell us the name. It's all good. It's all good.
Definitely have a single coming out with Nana Goody. I have. You like Nana? You feeling Nana?
She's a spitter.
Yes.
Come on.
Oh, she's sick.
Yeah.
She's sick with it. There's 2 little ladies that just came off of the Rolling Loud stage, so I have to shout them out. Lola Buns and Tara Lord.
Okay.
So for now, and then I also have a couple projects. I'm trying to do a big project with Swiss Supreme. So
Wow.
Here we go.
Wow.
yeah.
I love it.
Any producers?
Producers, I got Grinds. If you guys know about Gregory Grinds, he does There's a lot of music down here. There are a couple other names. A lot of them are flowing into my head right now at once.
Yeah.
But because I work with a couple different producers, not only here. I got people that produce stuff for me that are like in Russia. I have some guy that's like in Iran. Yeah. Like I have people all around the place.
You know what I discovered?
Just sending me my shit.
Doing my TikTok and focusing on Canadian talent. That white people in British Columbia, like Surrey, BC,
love us.
Like they support
Canadian.
When I say support, it's almost like a cult.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you talk bad shit about any of the like Mercury's or Mad Child, like they'll come out. If you say anything disparaging, they'll come out after you.
Can't do that. Right now, you can't say certain things about Roni on that side. They'll get you. Can't talk about Roni on that side. Big up to Roni, the rapper.
I know Roni.
He's really doing a lot of big things right now. Yeah,
he's loved like that.
I seen him doing a bunch of big things out on the West Coast. Like he has a lot of fans over there. Yeah.
Yeah, they really support.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you know what I'm hinting at, like looking on that side.
When am I gonna make myself?
Yeah. I got some contacts.
Tours and stuff?
Well, that's definitely working on that right now. I've been blessed to work with certain people, such as like Freddie Fame, who put a lot of things together like that for me. We have a show coming up on
shout out to Freddie Fame.
Where?
It's right now downtown, late to be announced. Soon. Just I'm gonna make sure you guys have all my handles and everything. So
this is probably gonna be dropping in 2 weeks. So if it drops in 2 weeks, we'll put the location on there.
October 21st, though.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go into my Nardwar bag.
What's up?
Freddie Fame used to manage your brother.
Yes.
So, I mean,
it's a full circle. It's a full circle.
What's that like? Because from what I understand, things didn't.
Yeah, but no. They're still very good. What I got from that is that from both of their ends, they were just like, "Yo, this is the time for him to move on and do other things," and on both of their ends, so. I mean, Freddie's still a beloved person to our family and to the Umbrella gang. So
yeah, he's a good dude.
That's the label.
There. Yeah. And Tory still messages him and stuff like that and things like that. So yeah, they're good.
Tory hasn't told you don't talk about me in the interview. Like he hasn't said shit like that. Because I would imagine and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to get gossip from you, but these are things I'm generally curious about.
I don't really dig deep into him like that. I mean, the basic questions about my family that comes with my life. You know what I'm saying? But when it gets deep into him, I let people know, listen to his music, watch his interviews and things like that. There's only so much I can say. You know what I'm saying when it comes to that.
Got it.
Yeah.
And you've done a great job so far.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you haven't given us no viral gossipy moments. No dirt. Yeah, you know what I mean? We're still going to dig though.
This is going to be viral anyways.
Yeah.
It's going to be viral anyways, regardless.
Yeah.
So what is it like working with, first of all, how do you know Dstny? Did you guys grow up together or?
That's another great question.
I met Dstny when she was 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I met her when she was 16.
I'm not going to ask her age, by the way.
And I actually met her through her cousin. We would just all hang out, drink, have fun. Then she left for a few years, disappeared, didn't hear from her. And then she just kind of reemerged one day, just out of the blue. And
you said that like I was a Ninja Turtle.
You went into your shell? Yeah.
Then she just reemerged one day and we just started clicking from there, and it's been ongoing ever since.
Yeah, from the minute that we clicked back, I was like, yo, he has like something about him that is like, okay, you know how to, you could run some shit. Like, you have to, like, when you get around somebody, you see their capabilities.
Yes.
Immediately when I got around him, I'm like, yo, he knows how to talk to people very well. He knows how to handle certain information. I'm like, you ever do managing before? Like, so yeah, and that's how.
With the little conversation we had, I was like thoroughly impressed. I'm like, oh my God.
I'm happy, first of all.
He gets it.
I'm just happy seeing a black manager, period. I'm happy. That's it.
I wouldn't go that far because there's a lot of crooked black managers. But
I'm just happy to see a manager here.
No, I get it. But like conversating with him and just seeing like where his mind is at, like he's about his business. So I respect
for sure,
that.
And that's why I'm happy.
Yeah, and he gets it. So that was great. So what's next? Like, what can the people look forward to?
Mixtape's coming soon. We got a show in October.
Yes.
Where's the show in October?
She literally just said it.
Wait.
You blacked out here?
I'm sorry. I've been drinking. Sorry.
I've been drinking.
Yeah.
I haven't. Don't sue me.
Where is it though?
That's why I didn't say the whole line. It's gonna be downtown. You guys gotta make sure that you are staying on. Mostly my Instagram. I always post all information on
there. It's gonna pop up right here.
Queen Dstny.
It's gonna pop up right there.
Where? Right there?
Somewhere right here.
Queen Dstny. No, I'm just playing. Just make sure that you're on there because I'm always have the information that you guys need. But right now it is to be announced. But save the date, October 21st. We will definitely be having a Dstny show, and I'll have the information up.
Oh, I'm gonna be there.
So Gloria asked about Canadian artists, and you gave us a couple of names. I don't know if you noticed over the last couple of weeks, there's like a beef going on with the women on the other side of the border.
Yeah.
Are you gonna? I don't want to incriminate you so early in the game. You don't have to pick a side like Infinity War. You just decide.
I already know my side.
Yes, please tell me what side. What side is you on? I want to know.
I don't want to say I have a side like that or nothing like that. I don't have a side like that.
So did Nicki Minaj have the best verse on Monster or not?
Nicki's the queen. That's all I gotta say.
Did she have the best verse on Monster or not?
Nicki is the queen. Of course she had the best
Okay, and now I know what side you're on the Infinity War.
I mean, Nicki's a better rapper.
She assembled everybody and now they mad. But it's all good.
It's crazy. Speaking of which,
I just think I shout out to all the ladies. I just think that's what you're supposed to do when you're a rapper. You're supposed to make sure that people know you're the queen of your genre and that you got the game on lock. And so what are we all doing if we're sitting here? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying let's create a big beef, but you're supposed to be boasty and cocky about your shit if you know that you got it like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's just what she exudes.
So when you listen to, a rapper, like what do you listen for? Like what comes on Destiny's radar when she's listening and like, okay, this person's
got a lot of the time, cadence, bars.
which Nicki Minaj has.
Bars.
Nicki Minaj has that too.
Yeah. I want to know that you could rap about something more than just ass and your coochie.
That's my biggest beef with these male rappers. Like they sound so repetitive.
The female rappers?
No, male rappers.
Oh, okay.
Same old shit.
Both ways. I feel like I just want to know that you're doing more with your craft than just what you're used to. Like I want to know that when I listen to somebody, like they're taking me on a journey with their music. I don't want to just listen to it and feel like every track was the same as the last. You feel me?
Are you a female rapper or are you just a rapper?
I'm just
an artist.
I'm just an artist. I'm not even gonna call myself a rapper.
The whole tag,
I'm just musically.
So,
fine.
like, what inspires your pen? Like, where you draw inspiration from, or is it just come sporadically? Like, you'll just have a thought.
I draw inspiration from everywhere. I mean,
relationships.
Yeah, I could look at people's relationships. I could base it around the relationships I have in my life. But I really just dig. I'm a big imaginary. I have a big imagination. That's what I'm trying to say. And I think incredibly a lot. So whenever I see anybody in any situation, I'm always overthinking about it. So I always usually like to put myself in somebody else's shoes to be able to create. You know what I'm saying?
And like creating music around your family and stuff like that, right? Like being vulnerable and being honest. Is that something that you see yourself doing? Is there any apprehension being that you are related to Tory Lanez and just revealing certain things, or is it whatever?
No. I try not to fight myself from writing what I really want to get out, because that's also a way to relieve a lot of my stress and things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Speaking of writing,
I try not to bottle things.
How long does it take you to write a song? I feel like it makes
could take anywhere from like 2 hours to like 2 weeks to 2 months. Like it could, depending on what type of mode I'm going into or what I'm trying to create.
How about Femme Fatale? How long did it take you to write that one?
Oh, that took us, I think we were in the studio when we created that. So that took us a couple hours.
That is a fire track, by the way.
Thank you very much.
I love that track. It was a fire track.
Shout out to Max. He did his thing on that, yeah. Yes.
What's your vision? Like, what's the ultimate goal for your artist? Like, what do you want to see?
I mean, there's variations in that question.
Yeah.
I mean, I want her to be successful. I want her to be doing what she loves, sold out crowds, things like that. But I also want whatever she wants regarding that. You know what I mean?
Got it.
Like, my vision for you may not be your envision entirely.
Yeah.
You'll want the whole sold out crowd and big announcement and all that stuff there. But she also said earlier that she wants to be able to reach a bunch of people. You know what I mean? So, I mean, the vision that I have for her right now is just making sure that the right people hear her music, because her talent shouldn't be just secluded. Yes. People need to hear it. It's that good.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's that noticeable. It's that loud. It's that significant.
Yeah.
I mean, there's songs that she has where I'll literally be sitting there and be like, the fuck were you on when you wrote this? This is sick. You know what I mean?
Thank
so, I want her to be where she wants to be.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the recognition, the bag, we want all that too.
And I hate to pounce on this again, right? But we gotta acknowledge it. Do you have any apprehension with the Tory? Because dude's a huge name.
I mean,
in terms of how people view her and giving her an honest chance.
You can't avoid it. You can't.
Yeah.
The industry is very. It has its shallow moments.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You can't avoid it. There's going to be people that are going to negate her because of who her brother is, or they're going to recognize her because of who her brother is. I mean, you can't avoid it. Every situation is different, so we just got to approach it smart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't always be offended by comments or criticism or things that they'll say because of who her brother is. You can't take it to heart.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You can't let it get to you. So,
man, because you're dope.
I appreciate
and
you guys.
I want to see you win. Like,
she's got music. She's got music hidden away that I'm telling you. Once it gets out there,
I love Killing Me. I don't know what it is about Killing Me, but I love Killing Me.
That's the vibe right there.
And I'm singing, and my daughter's looking at me.
I feel like Femme Fatale had an Afro vibe in there, Afro beat vibe.
Yeah, it has this like reggaeton Afro beat type.
I was dancing to that song all day.
Oh, that's dope.
Collabing with your other brothers, is that something that could possibly happen in the future?
Oh, for sure.
Scream.
Even right now.
I think there's,
I can see that. Scream.
What's the brother's name?
Yoko Gold.
Yeah.
Shout out to Yoko.
Is that a possibility?
Say shout out to Yoko. Shout out to Hollywood Souls.
She's got a song with Yoko.
Shout out to Wolf.
We got the exclusive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna let y'all hear some stuff before we leave. But I definitely. I mean, we're all my brothers. And even I think there's one of them that's in town right now. Wolf, I'm supposed to get into the studio with. But yeah, these are all on the Marion. They're coming.
So, how's your dad feel about you doing secular music now?
I read online he's open with it now.
Has he softened up?
Yeah, I read online he's softened up.
Now that he,
that's what I read online. I read online your old man's cool with it.
Yeah, he's a lot. I mean, he's had many years in his faith and his walk with God. So I think every year that kind of went by, he got to learn different things. And I don't want to say he's gotten more softer to anything. I just feel like he's gained a lot more knowledge on, like, okay, you know what, things I can't necessarily fight these things or them getting into certain situations and them learning these things. It kind of just got, like, you could even see the shift with, like, my younger siblings now. It's like totally different from when we were growing up. Like, you know,
I would say he's a lot more open to their musical talents now.
Yes, definitely.
He knows.
He knows what he knows.
The evidence is pretty clear.
Definitely.
No. Yeah. I absolutely get it.
We have our own Canadian Jackson 5. It's crazy. I cannot wait for your guys' story to get bigger. And your whole family just blossoms up and just, covers everywhere, covers all the airwaves. That's all good.
My next question is, okay, so Toronto, maybe even Canada. No, I shouldn't even say Canada. Toronto's known as the Screwface capital.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. We have the reputation of not supporting our own.
Yeah.
ATL, they support Memphis, they support all these other places. Do you have any apprehension about that?
Before you answer that question, what year did you start doing this thing? So sorry.
No worries.
Creating music, like, when was the first time I went to the studio?
I'm gonna do this. This is it. What year was that?
I think. Well, the first time I hopped in the studio, I was like 15 years old. Definitely.
Yeah. And when did you start showing music to people? Be like, hey, this is what I do, and please check me out. And
when I got serious into it, seriously, I had been taking this serious for many years after 15, I want to say, because I had a lot of I was recording a lot. But when I first really said, like, let me get out there with it and put out music videos and everything, I first did my first music video in 2017. That's when I kind of took it more on a serious note, where I'm like, okay, you know what, I need to get a more serious manager, because before I had a manager, but we wasn't taking it, not to say we weren't taking it to a point where we knew, like, okay, let's take it to a place where we're going to be superstars or whatever, but we weren't doing the necessary things, finding up these numbers that we're supposed to find out to make sure that the music, when it drops, like, we're getting our profit for it and all that. We weren't taking it as serious. So as in 2017, I'm just like, you know what? Let's take this to a next level. Instead of just going to the studio and just having tracks there that I'm just gonna hear every day, let's actually start pushing it.
Yeah. Well, can I get back?
Absolutely. That's what I want to know.
Do you have any apprehension? Because I look on YouTube channel, and I know there is more than one platform to kind of look at the numbers in terms of views and stuff, and I see the amount of talent that Canada has to offer, and I look at these.
Can I get a water? I'm so sorry.
I feel like you're trying to.
I am so sorry. I'm coughing. I don't want to cough anymore. I just need water.
Here we go. And I see these numbers, and I'm frustrated. I'm like, Canadian consumers don't offer the same support they would for American acts.
Right.
They're all up on the American acts, and I'm like, yo, the talent here is phenomenal. Like, what is it going to take for you guys to pay attention, purchase the music, purchase the merchandise, stream the music? Like what's going? Do you have any apprehension? Because me personally, I'm not happy with what's going on musically because there's so much talent, right? And I feel like we tend to jump on the bandwagon when our acts kind of take off
or get co-signed by Drake.
when they get co-signed by any American or any American machine.
Yep.
We'll be like, oh my god.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you have any apprehension? Do you feel like, fuck, man? Just like looking at some of the numbers of maybe some Canadian acts that you may, appreciate and be like, oh my god, they should be getting more looks than what they're getting.
I definitely feel there are a lot of underrated artists over here.
Yeah. How do you feel about it? How do you feel about the? Because I almost feel like it's a uphill battle.
That's a really good question because I want to answer it so properly right now.
Yeah, I mean, you can marinate on that and think
corporate
about
Canada doesn't really put the money that they should into the music industry in Canada.
Well, hold on a second. Now, with social media, we could bypass the middleman and go straight to the people.
See, that's the thing. You still got to go through them to get it there. You still got to go through this person or that the people that make the decisions. Because as you said before, there's a lot of talent in Toronto. I think when we were talking outside, I said film and industry.
Canada, period.
Canada, period. Film and television is big in Toronto. Music could be just as big. There's so much talent out here that if Canada put more money into the music, into festivals, into seminars, webinars, whatever, if they put more money into that, we could turn the music industry in Canada just like how film is in LA or fashion is in New York.
We can go for hours on this.
Yeah,
we can go
I
for
agree
hours.
with that.
It's a
but
fair
I
point,
also
yeah.
have to say, looking in from an outside point of view, and an outsider that's maybe not supposed to see all the inside.
That's cryptic, very cryptic.
I do think that there is this. I don't want to say, like, there's this almost like a spirit that's just like when one person feels like they have the crown, they just like nobody else is gonna take this, and it's kind of like they don't help. There is what you're saying and what you're asking. I know what you're asking. Like, do I feel like genuinely there's these people that it's kind of like crabs in the barrel. It's like once I get to the top, it's like I don't want to get pulled down because everybody's going to try to pull me down so they can get there. They're not necessarily trying to be like, oh, help me get up there with you. They're trying to... Because we hear
these conversations when it comes to Atlanta specifically, right? Like how the scene, like the people there, like they go and support their own...
They support each other.
Like they go out in droves and...
I think there's a lot of the support value is missing over here.
Toronto's a city of gatekeepers.
No, but hold on a second. I do believe...
That's the corporate.
I do believe like we're breaking barriers with like the Duvets and the North Side, Benjis, and you know what I mean. Like they're starting to and there's a half black Filipino Gilly. There you go. Like these guys are starting to kind of like break through and create like crowds and a solid following. But I'm still not happy.
Yeah, because it's a city of gatekeepers.
What do you mean, gatekeepers controlling the people? Like, because like I said,
it moved on to blogs, like online blogs, and it's no longer by the people for the people. It should.
I don't know if I agree with that. Like Keep Six Solid, like they post a lot.
I don't name names.
I'm gonna name names. Keep Six Solid, Up Next.
They do their post. They
post. Yeah.
I mean,
what I mean is, the bigger you get, it's those people.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna front of you. Like even as he's talking about blog sites right now, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 and real. Like there's certain blog sites that are like all the way at the top. That it's just like you could genuinely be like, okay, you know what, this artist from my city is doing something. Let me post them up. It takes nothing for you to post them up, but in all reality, you're just like, no, I'd
They
rather
want money.
you,
It's
I'd
pay
rather
over,
you pay me this and pay me, and it's just like that's where I find we're not helping out anybody in the city. Like, what are we doing? And it's sad that those bigger blog sites take that away from the other blog sites, such as Keep Sex, whoever. You get what I'm saying? That is.
I feel like there's one every 2 days.
That is kind of like, it makes you feel like they're not posting it, but it's really not that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like that you have to, like, because I find like there's a lot of things artists have to do outside of music to kind of go viral and get known, like gimmicky,
The fuck shit?
type of shit.
Yeah.
Fuck shit.
Yeah. Yeah, like, let's start a beef so that people can hear my...
No,
my-
somebody came up with you that mess?
No one asked me to do that, but I'm saying, like, these are the
It's gonna
things
come.
that...
Please don't.
It's gonna come.
These are the things that, like, you feel me? Like, if I'm gonna be totally honest with you, if I was to go now and be like, yo, this person, fuck that, they can't rap,
It's gonna be viral. It's gonna be viral.
Tomorrow,
It's
I'm
gonna be
gonna
viral.
wake up and everybody's gonna be listening to my shit. Like,
Yeah.
all of a sudden,
we
it's
love
just like
toxicity.
why do we need all of that
Yeah.
in order to?
Well, there's a saying, controversy sells, right?
See, it's true. Yes, controversy does sell, but you'll never see two rock bands going
Ever.
beef with each other.
Ever.
It's only hip hop. It's competitive.
You'll never
It's a blood
see.
sport.
You'll never see like
Ever,
shit,
never.
Nickelback going at
No, I
Linkin
agree with
Park. You know what I mean?
No.
Like,
But it is what it is, right, Brooklyn?
It's a competitive. It's competitive
competitive.
sport.
It's-
Like, yeah.
Every sport, it's like a sport too. It's like in hockey, they have fighters for that sport.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
Yeah, they
people
do,
love
actually.
the mix-up. They love
And
the drama.
rapping
It's
is a
true.
very
It's just-
cocky genre.
it's not a good thing. Because I
It's
mean,
not?
considering last year, the year before, last year and this year, look how many rappers died.
Unfortunately, RIP to everybody.
Like some good rappers that were killed
Now,
because of beef.
at the end of the day, it's like, me as a rapper, I'm not gonna totally silence my voice. Like, the way I feel, like, I'm not gonna, but I don't have to. The thing is, I don't have to come out of my way to make you feel a way so that I could be better. And that's what I find a lot of goes around here. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, instead of you just saying I'm the best, I could do it's people going out of their way. And that's what I mean about the tearing down to get to the top. Like
you should always speak when you're addressed. You know what I mean? If somebody's
course.
addressing you, you should always speak your mind.
For sure.
Yeah.
But me speaking my mind shouldn't make you so angry that you want to shoot me.
And that's it.
Or that you want to have an issue with me, or you want to have a fight with me, or you want to, like, it shouldn't get to that point.
That's a whole new podcast episode
Yeah.
right there.
So, speaking of which, that camera's facing you, Dstny.
this
Please, yeah, both of these actually. No, that one's facing me. That one's facing you. What I need you to do is look in that camera. I need you to tell us what's happening with the next whatever, and just tell us what we're looking for. Tell us your new single. Tell us what's
Yes.
like, who produced it, and all that good stuff.
So, for those of you guys who are watching and need to figure out where to reach me, where to find me, Instagram, DSTNY, Queen DSTNY, sorry. Anywhere else, DSTNY. Go follow me, stream the music. I'm on all platforms. Make sure that you're following Instagram because I have a show coming up on the 21st of October, and you will have more information on that. So just make sure, people, that you're subscribing, you're watching, you're commenting, you're sharing, all of that. If you love what you hear, share it with a friend. Okay? And yeah.
Thank you so much for coming out.
So
We
much for
appreciate
having
you.
me.
Yeah.
When you become famous and all that good stuff, when you're traveling New York, all over the world, all over the states, come check us out again, okay? Please, just reach out to
For
us.
sure. No,
Any
for
fashion
sure.
that we're in, any name that we're in, just reach out to us. We want to have you again. And we appreciate you, and we love the music, and I'm happy to see a black manager here. We give it up for that for my man.
What's your name, by the way? I forget. I'm so bad with names. I apologize.
Michael Ramsey.
Yes, his name and everything is in my bio, so make sure you go. Any inquiries, that's the man to check it out. And I also have to shout out my bestie / almost everything in the background here, because you can also hit her up. Brooklyn, baby. Brooklyn is Brooklyn 2317. Brooklyn Honey 2317. Make sure that, you know what I'm saying, you guys are checking my girl out, because, you know, when I say she's the real deal, she hosts, she dances, she does it all. She's like a real entertainer, like on top of that. And then also, like, she's another person where it's like, if you need to get a hold of me, that's the girl.
I'm gonna play some of her music on the way out. Could you put it on? This is my song right here. Hey, this is Black Mob reporting live from Toronto. We out here. Hold on. Yeah, hey.
Can I let you guys on a little secret?
Sure.
When we first did that track, we did that in my house in the closet.
That's wild.
He's so proud of that.
Yeah,
It sounds like that.
it sounds like that.
That's wild. Hey, this is Steady Mobbin, and we out.
Yes.
Check up, people doctors, smoke a jet fuel like NASA, some rocks, some groupies like Gucci, bitch, juicy, and she call me Papa.
Thank you so much.
Check up, people
Thank you so
doctors,
much.
smoke a jet fuel like